Welcome to the Partially Cooked podcast,
cool.
Adam Maldonado.
Welcome. All the way from Memphis.
All the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you so much for coming out today, man.
Yeah, you said you literally clocked out and came in,
I
right?
clocked out and I came in,
Nice.
just putting in work.
Hell yeah. What this show is, for anybody watching for the first time, is a podcast where we bring on comics and we interview them, get to know everything we can about them, and try to drum up some material for a roast battle that happens the first Thursday of every month at the Joint Comedy Theater in North Little Rock. So you'll be competing against our other competitors, Red, Donnie, Nick Moore, and Zeb Ballantyne, our current champion. There's a big wrestling belt that we give out to the winner. It's a lot of fun.
It's legit. And we're so thankful you came out to do it, man.
Hey man, I'm super excited. I've never done a roast battle before.
This is your first roast battle?
This is my first roast battle.
Oh, I thought you've done like You Look Like.
No, I've never even done a You Look Like.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You'd be great for that.
Yeah, oh thanks. Do I look like a lot of people?
Yeah. It's like, right now you look like a homeless Adam Driver.
Hey, there you go. I'll take it.
Adam, drive me home.
Yeah, see, I usually do all of the roasting to myself, just in my head, like 24/7 a day. So I'm just like, oh yeah, cool. You look like I want to fucking die. I don't know. Like I'm so bad at writing roasts, but I figured I'd do it, try to stretch my legs.
Absolutely. Well, this roast battle, you're going to have to write 6 jokes for every comedian.
Okay.
Each round will consist of 5 jokes, and in case there's a tie, the crowd can't decide who won, we'll do a sudden death, one more joke, and then everybody does one more. That's why we have everybody write 6.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah. You said you just clocked out. What do you do for work?
I work at a dispensary. I brought you guys some gifts.
Oh,
Can I do that on the show? Wait until after the show?
These gifts that he is giving us have no THC in them.
Yeah.
And these are just props.
Yeah, these
props?
are props that I found. This brand is actually, oh shit, they got those labels on it. We can show that later. This is a brand that actually does have like a CBD product. They are absolutely hilarious to me. They're called Canadips. Have you guys heard of these?
I love Canadips.
You love Canadips?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I love them. I think they're a cool product. They're a cool novelty. What I love is their insane marketing.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of their marketing?
Well, I've seen like posts on Facebook as I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
It's like, no tobacco.
And you're just like, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I got it.
But some maniac wrote on there, like they got some guy and says, my favorite line, if you read their copy, is it's like, the alternative to smoking, finally an alternative to smoking that men can feel good about. And it's like, yeah, there's one thing I always thought about smoking weed and eating gummies was it's fucking gay, dude. Like, that's what I need. I gotta have dip now.
Yeah, how are you? What are you gonna party tonight? Yeah, I've got some gummies.
Oh man, okay. I didn't know you were a bitch.
What, should I smoke them?
Dude, I've got some gummies that'll make you feel like a bitch.
Exactly. Yeah, Canadips flavors like axle grease. That's so funny, dude, to me. And then, but you'd think that, but then the flavors are still like peach mango. It's like, what? Why not gasoline or F16?
Beef
That'd be
jerky.
Sweet. Yeah, there you go. Jock strap.
Well, that's a sweet job.
Yeah, it's a fun gig.
You're like you're kind of like a Pokemon trainer. You know what I mean?
Something. How so?
Like you're specializing in a plant and you're raising them, and like weed is like one of the only plants on the planet that has male and female external, like basically organs.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So like you're kind of raising a little animal, and you're like a gym trainer.
Yeah, when you're smoking weed, you're basically inhaling cum. That's what you're. That's fine.
Is that what it is?
Kind of, yeah. They're kind of
God, I gotta quit smoking weed.
The keef.
Gay I was.
The keef and the trichome is basically their cum.
I did not know that.
We're on the spectrum.
Oh shit, keef's my favorite part is the cum.
Dude, you just love getting blasted by fucking weed, dude.
By plant jizz.
Yeah.
Rub that shit in my teeth.
Eat it, drink it. It gets gayer and gayer the more you go.
Fuck yeah.
What else was it about? We were talking about weed.
Yeah, we were talking about weed. But we don't have to dive into that too much. I want to know more about you. I want to know, like, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Oh man, fuck, way too long. Probably like 10 or 12 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you start in Memphis, or where'd you get your origin story?
I've done a lot of drugs, man. I think the first time I ever did stand up was indeed in Memphis, Tennessee, and then I didn't do it again for like 6 months, and then I lived in Massachusetts for a while, and then I came back to Memphis, and then I went to California, and because I was like obviously going to be a famous actor, and then that didn't work out, surprise. And then I ended up doing stand-up because I like really liked that one time that I did stand-up here, and I was probably god awful, but I thought I was funny, so then I did stand-up out there in LA, and I met some comics there. And I tell this story all the time, so people have probably heard it are probably like, shut up. But I used to go to Kill Tony when it was at like the tiny room at the Comedy Store.
Did you go to?
So when I lived in LA, I went to Kill Tony over 40 times.
Oh, nice.
Never got picked.
Good.
But they had already moved it to the main room. They weren't in the belly room.
Oh, okay.
They had already moved it to the main room. So it was like 2018 through 2020.
Yeah, this would have been like 2013, 2014, somewhere in that range. They still had the Iron. It was
in its infancy.
Yeah, they still had the Iron Patriot on.
Wow. Did you get on?
I did not. I did not get on. I would go every week, and because of my friend, she was like their regular, like they have their Kill Tony regulars or whatever. She was the early on like 1 minute a week regular. R.I.P. to her. She's no longer with us, but she was great. She would like take me around the city and like show me mics and go to these like small weird underground showcases and stuff. And I never made it on. I actually would go every week after I saw what it was. I didn't know what it was. Like I'd done stand up the one time in Memphis and then like one other time, and then they're like, dude, you got to sign up for Kill Tony. It's an open mic. It's great. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I signed up, and then I saw it and I was like, oh God, that looks terrifying.
Yeah.
And then I would go every week and I would just watch it, but I wouldn't sign up. And people were like, oh, are you in the bucket? And I was like, yep. Totally. And smoking weed outside with everybody. So
dude, the Comedy Store, especially back in the day when Kill Tony was at the store, like it was a lot of fucking fun. Mondays at the store were fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it was wild.
Imagine
some of the people that were there, just like doing, like, think of any shitty open mics that you have, like the people that I knew doing that. I'm like watching them on Instagram reels now and like doing shows and doing Skankfest and stuff. I'm like, damn it, I should have stopping comedy.
Right.
I would do it for like 3 months and then I would stop, and then I would do it for like another month or so, and then I would stop again. So.
And I always say stand up, it's not like riding a bike. When you take time off, like you get rusty. Like you got to get back up there and kind of get in the groove again before you really get your timing and get everything going again, where you can actually have a consistent set.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
You saw like when I had taken like 3 years off, and you were at the first open mic I did at 4 Quarter, and I ate the dick off my body. It was so bad. It was so bad.
That 4 Quarter mic was tough.
It was tough anyway, but you could still be funny.
Yeah. We had a night one time where this chick came in and she was heckling the whole fucking time. And then I got up on stage and she started heckling me, and nobody had really addressed it. And so I was like, is that a beer gut or are you pregnant? And I have a bit where that line is in it, but I just took that out and just started focusing on her. And she starts like jabberjawing at me. I'm jabberjawing at her, but I get her laughing and get her having a good time and stuff. And then afterwards, after I get off stage, I find out that she had a baby daddy and 2 twins. And I may be mixing up some of the details here, but the baby daddy threw the twins down the stairs and killed them, or killed one of them and almost killed one, or something like that. And that had happened like a couple weeks before. So everybody in there that was regulars and knew her knew that she was like going through some shit.
Late term abortion.
Yeah, late term. Like hella late term. And I didn't realize the minefield I was walking when I was up there just like trying to get her to shut the fuck up so we could tell some goddamn jokes.
You wrangled the snake though. Damn.
Oh, dude, it was like after I found out, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you gave her some healing, man. You saved her.
That's one thing she said. Is she said that's the first time she's laughed since that incident had happened. And I was like, whoo, thank God, because that could have went the other direction.
Man, I don't ever want to hear that.
You heard it here. If you see pregnant women, yell at them.
She wasn't pregnant. She was just fat.
This is afterwards.
Yeah.
Yell at fat women, too. That's sorry.
Oh, my God, dude. So... You've been coming to Little Rock. That's what I really like. I really like it when you're around. You're such a positive dude. You're always so happy to be around and living in the moment. You're always taking pictures with people.
Yeah.
It's so nice when you're around. So who are some of your favorite stand-up comics that inspired you into getting into it?
Well, when I was young, when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, I was like a child actor, doing plays and commercials. Nothing famous enough to get molested for, but
right.
But
never got invited to a Diddy party.
No. Unfortunately, I actually yell at my mom about that. I'm like, there was one time where there was a agent or whatever was like, oh, this guy from Hollywood wants to take your sons out and under his wing for a movie. She was like, I was like, fuck no. And I was like, for a month we would have gotten, molested. Obviously that's what was going to happen,
right?
But then we would be famous and rich right now. It would be,
in the grand scheme of things,
is that
so you would give up your butthole to be famous?
I mean, not now. Maybe sell foot pics or something, which is a cliche.
You have that ability to
you black out. You can forget it. Then you can be the victim, and you can have then you can have a book that comes out too. It'd be a win-win-win. It's just ruined my childhood, but. So I forgot what I was going with that. Oh, when I was young and in these plays and stuff, I would watch. My parents were loved comedy and stuff too, and so I grew up watching. Lucille Ball, and then when I got to 8, 9, 10, I was watching Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Raw, George Carlin, and all that kind of stuff. Because I was just like, well, who else is the best? Right. Who else is the best? And so she would just show me, all of that stuff. So that's kind of
that's really cool that your mom let you watch that at such an early age.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was a real hippie. Yeah.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
Be funny.
She was like, just don't suck. Just whatever you do, don't suck at this.
She wasn't going to let you get molested, so she had to make you funny in other ways.
I had to have technical prowess. I couldn't just get trauma.
Right. Yeah. You're going to get it the hard way.
Yeah, you're going to put in 10,000 hours.
Dude, I always like it when you come to Little Rock because you're funny.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Anytime a lot of the guys from Memphis, when y'all come in, it's like a breath of fresh air because it's okay, at least these guys are going to have jokes. It's not like they're coming to an open mic just to dick around and talk about their wiener.
You're used to those cold audiences that are really quick from the city, Little Rock and Memphis audiences. I feel like they're very similar. Y'all have been through some shit. Someone hurt you. And
I love doing shows too where people do talk about their dicks, because then I can always do my I like to do not anti-comedy, but I like to do hacky, anti-hacky material. So I'll be like, look, I know you guys sat through a bunch of people talk about their dicks, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about my balls, and then fuck with them and then move on. So just try to keep it fun and light, because it's
you do a great job of it.
Hey, thanks. I try to do audience first. I heard you guys' clip with Lucas. I was listening to the podcast. He talked about it's that really hard catch-22 where you have a live audience out there. It's a big one, and then you're like, man, I want to do new stuff, but also I want to make these people laugh.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. And sometimes
I always struggle with that.
Do you ever feel a struggle to even go to open mic if you don't have something new to do?
Oh yeah, I mean, I struggle to leave my house at all. I have everything that I need there. Right. But I back to the positive thing. Yeah, I used to be not that way. I used to just want to die all the time, and so now I've kind of come out of that, and I'm well, I'll try to make things better. Or try to be positive for other people, try to have a good time, not try to shit on anybody.
Right.
So that's why I figured doing a roast show is the best way to...
It's the fair place to shit on people.
Yeah, I feel
the guards are up around you, but not in between you. You can really be... You can be an asshole, finally.
You can, and also, with the roast battle, the other person is going to say some out of pocket shit about you, and so it kind of just lets you like you said, get your guard down and give it back and not really get upset about it. Because, like, I'm going to say some out-of-pocket shit about you. You're going to say some out-of-pocket shit about me, and everybody's going to have a good time. And nobody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, and isn't there, like, a unspoken, like, code of honor or rule or something? Like, if a comic, like, roasts you, like, you can use that joke then, right? Like, if they, like, roast...
I feel like that's, like, that's very fair. I never, like, joke stealing, but it's, like... I think casually and in conversation, like, as long as you're not like putting it on a fucking special, but that's definitely something like you could throw around. Like,
and I ask usually if I'm in a situation, like I had a comic, Rob Rigo, back in the day. We did a "You Look Like," and he said I look like Cuck Dynasty, and I was like, that was really funny. And I've added that to one of my bits. But I asked him, I was like, hey man, like, can I use that? Like, are you not ever going to use that again? He's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when is he going to use that again?
Exactly. And so, yeah, I feel like, especially around here, like if anybody hits you with a really good zinger, you're like, oh man, that's really fucking good.
Yeah, especially if it's like super hyper specific to you.
Right.
You know, you look like homeless Adam Driver or whatever. It's like, people tell me I look like Adam Driver, you know, or like Discount or Temu or whatever. Like, so you know, using stuff like that, that's pretty hyper specific to you. I feel like, what are they going to do with it? Right. We definitely ask if you don't know them too. Like,
yeah, but
high low income rent.
Not wrong. So I'm just gonna fucking write that down.
But yeah, man, I think I like your positivity, and I think that for the most part, you can definitely ask them to take those jokes, because there's nothing better than like going up on stage, especially if you're the first comic up on a show, and roasting yourself a couple times. Like, I know I look like I'm about to sell you cocaine out of my fucking you know, I know I look like this or that. Like, that works out really well. That breaks so many walls in stand up. So yeah.
So we got a couple questions here that we ask every comic that comes on. I'll start with this. What do you think your most bigoted opinion is?
Oh man, I was thinking about this because I did hear that question. What do I think my most bigoted opinion is, or which is my favorite bigoted opinion that I hold?
That works too.
You can do top 3 if you want.
I think. Okay, let's see. Where do I even start? I think Nissan Altimas and Maximas should have their own gas stations.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
And you know, I don't even know. I think that some of them are like, you know, I've said some of these on stage too, and people are like, "Hey, you're right about the gas station thing." I'm like, "Oh God, I went too far." I think.
Oh my God. That's not. Man.
Why do you feel like Nissan should have their own gas stations?
Well, you know, it's.
Not all Nissans, just the Altimas and the, what is it? The
Maximas.
Yeah, and then maybe sometimes, what is the other one? The 250Z. Sometimes you see those that are just like, they're matted out with no...
The 370Z?
Yeah, 370. Is that what it is now?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man, I'm old.
The old ones are 350s.
Oh, what is it? A Honda S2000? Oh, man. Fast and Furious 1, RIP. What was I saying? What else was bigoted? The Nissan Altimas and the...
They're just crazy on the road, right?
Oh,
they're the craziest, most aggressive drivers.
They're crazy on the road, and then I notice myself, too, when I'm driving around, I'll kind of have these little thoughts. I'll be like, there sure are a lot of Nissan Altimas on the road today. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's sure a lot of them in my neighborhood now.
It's always an Altima missing a bumper.
Right.
Too.
Or it's taped on.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If you see that tape, man, just get out of
the fucking way. Like, they have nothing to live for.
Yeah, they got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So there's that one. I think girls that listen to like Suicide Boys or just, you know, hardcore hip hop, I think they have trash pussy. There's just no way that somebody that likes Whippets and Xanax that much is gonna fuck well. So,
or too well, I guess.
Or too well, you know, it depends, I guess.
Yeah, they'll get a grip on you.
Nice
you can't leave.
Yeah, that whatever. And then I guess this one kind of goes in tandem with that. Is like, actually, this was like a bit I've been trying to do. I was like, should it be a bit or should it be? It is a belief. I think it's just so weird and trashy when like white girls, like really white girls, post or share statuses of black content creators that have the N-word in it. I'm like, come on, dude. What are you trying to get away with here, man?
Right.
What are we doing?
Like they're lip syncing it?
No, like they'll be like, I'll never need a boop, and like they'll just share like a status from like a, you know, like Glorilla said it is like, I don't need a boop to pay my bills. I do it my own self or whatever. And then it's like Britney shared that, and you're like, dude, I know that you fuck black dudes, but that doesn't.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, you've got DNA in you, but that's not. Anyways, that's
Oh man, that's good.
That is really good.
So there's that. What else? I think it's okay to make fun of Chinese people and Indian people.
I think they like it too.
Well, there's more of them. They are the majority,
and they are the most racist group of people on the planet.
Yeah, they're fine with it. There's that. I
let's
think.
Take a look at Pokemon.
Let's start Asian hate.
Hashtag start Asian hate for support.
It gets too. We need this Asian light roasting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
we do have to be careful with 3 light-skinned guys like talking about. Yeah, and you know what? Fuck the Filipinos too. While we're at it,
I really want to be the anchor that holds this back down and like say no, we don't hate them. They could.
Everybody does. Yeah, you can make fun. You got to make fun of everybody.
That's make fun of everybody.
Otherwise, you're singling somebody out in the opposite way, and then it's like hypocrisy.
Right.
So, I am half Venezuelan, so that should clear us for that.
Good.
Yeah,
we're all good.
Yeah,
I do. The last one, I guess I have.
Say the N-word. You're half Venezuelan. Like, might as well.
Necrophilia. What else? The last one I think I had was.
You got so many.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm full of hate. I am a nice guy, but it's like it's got to go somewhere.
Excuse me.
The last one is I think
coding.
I think Latinos are just like sexy rednecks.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is
wow.
I always riff on that. We love to fuck our cousins. That is something that goes on. We've got hot
Latinos
cousins.
fuck their cousins?
Oh, for sure. At the bare minimum, they're like, you should talk to her, and I'm like, that is my cousin. And I'm like, yeah, it's just.
So you know her. You got an in. Like, go ahead.
Yeah. They'll do that. And then, if you're too dark, you're too light, they'll give you shit about either one of those. You're a gringo if you're too light. You're a negro if you're too, and that's how they say the color of black is negro. Mm-hmm. And they'll just call you. They'll just say that. I grew up with, I have Venezuelan one side, and then I have American on the other side. I do some jokes about that too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I've been working on too. Is like, we're just all kind of sexy rednecks.
How old are you, Adam?
35. Jesus.
35.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be perfect for you. What is the dumbest thing you ever did in your 20s?
Dumbest thing I did in my 20s, I guess probably start having sex was probably a dumb can of worms to open.
You waited till your 20s. That's
isolated incident, unprotected anal sex with a Zumba instructor.
Okay.
On the first date.
Were there any
what was his name?
Fuck. Opened myself up to that one. I won't say her name, but.
Was there any hard consequences like hepatitis?
No. She fucking, it was great. We had sex for like a few months after that.
Yeah. All anal?
No, not all anal. Vaginal, oral, nasal.
On the first date, that's
small penis.
That's like pretty forward. Was it her idea?
It was like a mutual thing, we got
all of a sudden it's happening.
Yeah, we first this was back in like the glory days of online dating when it wasn't all just like bots and psyops,
mm-hmm.
from the Russian military.
It's a Zumba class. Like, it does date it.
Yeah. Yeah, it dates her. I like to say like I don't go for cougars, I go for snow leopards. That's where the real money is. Yeah, we met on the peak of online dating. This was again maybe like.
Where was y'all's first date at?
We went to like this shitty local coffee shop, and we had.
So y'all had coffee and then had anal sex immediately after. That's brave.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even think about that. We had coffee and like fucking turkey sandwiches and then anal.
Dude, I can't drink half a cup of coffee without explosive diarrhea.
That rocks. I don't know if I had coffee. I might have had something like a little fucking fairy drink, like a chai. I think I had like a chai tea or something. Yeah. And then we like went for a walk, and then we kind of like made out, and then it started raining, and then she was like, oh, I don't live that far from here, do you want to like make out some more? And I was like, sure. And then hitting it raw from the back, that's what happens. I don't
that's the next step.
I'm a fucking
I would be so intimidated if I was on a first date with a chick, she was like, hey, you can put it in my butt. I'd be like, I don't know,
I'm gonna, but you're not wifey material.
Yeah, like
now I know.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. If a woman wants, dude, if a woman wants to fuck me on the first date like that, I get sprung. I'm like, man, I love you. Where have you been my whole life?
I mean, okay, yes, but also there's a big red flag with it's like first date having sex. Okay, you like me, we're adults, we both like each other. I can get on board with that. But raw anal on the first date, that's a fucking red flag, Adam.
We're married in some cultures already.
Yeah, that's a marriage.
But you got to wonder how many people was she married to that week.
I try not to think about that a whole lot. I go from I just go from the heart. I guess I'm a real Latin lover. Call me old fashioned, but I'm not giving unprotected raw anal to anyone. So I assume
just whoever swipes right.
Yeah, I assume she wasn't either. I'd like to think that it was special. The raining, the thing. I feel like it was special.
Yeah. That was probably very romantic.
Yeah.
This wasn't. This is probably before Tinder. If it's Zumba. So this was
OK Cupid.
OK Cupid. Oh.
Yeah. So
OK Cupid.
I had to read some. Okay. So what else was funny about that encounter? She was a single mom.
What ended that relationship? Of course, she was a single mom.
Oh yeah. What ended it? I don't know, man. We were like 20 years apart. I was like 20. She was like 48 or something like that. 20. I was like 22 or something like that. 22. It was just like a fling. It's just a fling.
That snow leopard. I get it.
Yeah. I don't hold. I try not to hold on to things. When you've. Like my brother almost died when I was younger. I tried to kill myself a few times. So it's like we're not going to be here forever. If a hot older lady wants to teach me some things,
you got to let her.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like they say like God protects like children and fools. Like I'm immature
unless they're in Palestine.
Oh yeah, sponsored by the IDF.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right.
What else did I do that was dumb? Yeah, that was probably it. Yeah. I quit playing the Pokemon trading card game. I feel like that was a big dumb decision of mine.
Wait, in the actual cards now?
Like when I was younger, I was top 16 in the world at the Pokemon trading card game when I was a teenager.
And no shit.
Yeah, that was like my Heisman trophy or whatever, like my touchdown pass. Yeah. I talk about that a lot.
No wonder you had leopards throwing it at you.
Yeah, dude. Man. Well, that's what's funny. I was a late bloomer. I didn't fuck until I was 20. So and then I just stopped.
Pokemon card tournament.
Yeah, I had fucking championships to win, dude. Yeah. I was a serious competitor, and and then all that stopped. Like I got into college, and then I stopped playing as competitively. I kick myself every day. I'm like, what was I going to college for to be a performer? Like that's so stupid. Mm-hmm. That was dumb in and of itself. And then I look back at some of the guys I knew. Same thing with like the Kill Tony guys and like the LA Mike scene and some of those people that I knew. I'm like, oh man, they're like blowing up. I'm looking at these guys. I mean, they're making, I don't know, $5-6K a month, like from their YouTube channel and from going to tournaments. Like the top 8 of a tournament now, like of a regional tournament, not even a world tournament. The top 8 of a regional tournament pays like $2,500.
Oh shit!
Yeah, if you win $10,000. Wow! And then when you win or when you're consistently doing well at these tournaments, I mean, it's like a whole different card game now. Sorry to do a shitty pun there. It is a whole different game. Like before I was playing it, it was like fun. I got top 16 in the world. I made $1,000. People are winning like regional tournaments and they're winning 10K now. Yeah. And then you've got YouTube. Like they've got casters, like guys with like the headsets and things, and they're like commentating. They're like, oh, he's playing an energy card now, and it's like ESPN, but
just the pack opening.
Yeah, you can literally just open packs and make like thousands of dollars a month with this short reel videos. So.
That's it, man. And so
do you want to help manage that YouTube channel for me? I'll totally split it with you.
Your frustration is that like you wish you were consistent about it.
Yeah, like that's probably the dumbest thing about me is that I'm just so inconsistent
with the stand up and everything.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be better about that now.
Stick with it now, right now. Like don't stop.
Yeah, now that I'm 40.
You can't stop now.
Yeah, can't stop. Won't stop.
Now start the Pokemon back up again. I've been playing the digital version, Pokemon trading card game Pocket.
Oh, the Pocket.
And it's a blast.
How do you get cards? Do you just buy them?
It's like part of the game. Like the first time you log in and sign up, you get a bunch of cards. Like you just get you get to open packs, and then you do like missions. Once you unlock battling, then you can go battle, and there's like AI you can battle against, and you get a bunch of more cards just by battling. And then you can buy.
Not to ruin my chances of pussy ever again, but there is TCG Pocket, and then there is TCG Online.
Right.
TCG Pocket is not the tournament format that you'd be playing.
Like
so just so you know
cards.
that, if you ever do decide to give up sex forever and you want to play in Pokemon tournaments, you'll have to get a different set of cards and a different set of rules. But
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, because it's only 20 cards per deck in this one.
Oh man.
And
what else are you into? But like, what are your other hobbies besides stand up and Pokemon cards?
Weed, Pokemon. Yeah, so I'm way into cannabis. I'm not like into cannabis to the point where I'm like, oh, I only smoke sativas. Sorry to anybody who's like that. I like it. I do like it if it's good weed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do prefer good weed.
Right.
And I actually don't even smoke a whole lot because I'm fucking old and I'll cough forever and then I'll get a sinus infection like I have right now. I've been smoking a lot. I like weed. I actually had a random stint of like doing a bunch of mushrooms and then like getting into like poi, like fire poi.
What is poi?
Like it's like flow art stuff is what some people call it. Just like spinning fire. Like you see the people.
Oh, my roommate does that. TJ. He like lights.
He looks like he would do that.
Yeah, he lights nunchucks on fire and twirls them around.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
yeah.
He does all that shit. He'll like fire breathe and like swallow fire and do all that.
Yeah, you have to do like a certain level of drugs to get into it. I feel like
he's done all of them.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Where we first started our Scoundrel shows was at a place called Cregan's, which no longer exists. But a lot of the employees there were all circus acts, and a lot of them play with fire and do all the circus stuff. And so they'll come over with TJ, and we got a fire pit out there, and they'll start twirling. Then all the neighborhood kids see, and they come. We got feral kids everywhere in this neighborhood, and so they'll just come over and watch him twirl fire.
Is that what they're calling them now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
there's like a pack of feral kids just in this neighborhood.
They're all Will Ferrell's kids.
Oh, man. I feel like I was set up on that one. Oh, man. Let's see. What else am I into? I like to exercise, even though it doesn't look like it.
It does.
I got it.
Yeah, you're the skinniest person in this room.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's just from I forget to eat. And you think weed would help with that, but makes me forget to make food, and then I just kind of like eat whatever's around and just kind of stuff my face. I'm trying to do better about like having a diet. I used to do photography, but just for fun. But I like it's like I like taking pictures of like dead bugs and stuff because I get high. It's just like go around and it's like, no, that's never gonna make money. And then
you're like a 6-year-old autistic kid. You're like I like Pokemon cards, taking pictures of dead bugs.
yeah.
Fucking grandmas in the ass.
Yeah, dude, that rocks actually. I fucking rock, dude. Thanks.
Yeah, you're a cool dude, Adam.
Had no idea.
Do you feel like if your like 12-year-old self could see you now, you'd be like, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. When I had a show where I got paid money, and there was a green room, and they gave me mozzarella sticks and chicken wings, and I was like, I fucking made it, dude. I fucking made it. And then like sometimes I'll have a bong in my hand, and I'll be playing Pokemon TCG online, and I'll I have pet reptiles and stuff, and I'll just be like high playing Pokemon cards, and I'll be like, dude, I fucking made it, dude.
You have pet reptiles?
Yeah. I have some reptiles. I have a few geckos.
Okay.
Nice.
I want to get more, but there's like I gotta get I feel like I have to get like a soul patch before I can get like any more.
Is it just
reptiles.
geckos?
Yeah, right now it's just geckos.
Okay. Yeah, the soul patch comes with the snakes.
Yeah,
once you get snakes, that's when you really
soul
need the soul
patch,
patch.
and
I think
then,
you could get around it by just dye, like maybe bleach blonde.
Oh, dude, that would be so
here.
fucking cool.
Like just right here. That's a reptile.
Don't get me started, and then like start gel spiking my hair like Guy Fieri. That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, he's got reptiles.
Just have the Oakleys on the back of the head.
Right.
That'd be so sick.
Right.
That's right up your alley, dude.
I do fucking love listening to Creed. Like I love Creed.
You look like you love listening to Creed.
I've been kicking myself forever that I didn't see Creed and Three Doors Down in concert when they were here in Little Rock. I've been so mad ever since.
Oh, I would have loved that concert.
When was that?
Dude.
2002?
No. You think that. Creed and Three Doors Down, they played in November.
What?
No.
Yeah, like November 3rd
Of this year?
of this year. Yeah, they just played.
I had no idea. I would have went.
Dude, I was watching the reels.
I secretly love Creed.
Yeah, dude. Oh shit.
Here, hold the mic up here.
Hold it up here.
Without holding it.
Oh,
Right
hold
here.
it. Don't hold it there.
Yeah, right
Oh, okay.
there you go.
I do that too.
You can tell I've never held the penis. Not even my own. Creed and Three Doors Down. Yeah, dude, the fucking divorced dad, like butt rock genre is my favorite. I saw a guy like perform Hemorrhage from, what is that, Fuel?
Yeah.
At a karaoke, and it just like...
It spoke to you.
Yeah, it spoke to me, dude. I was like,
I feel
man,
love in this Chili's tonight.
Yeah, and I dove down the rabbit hole. I was like putting that on my Spotify radio and just listening to that again. I was like, yeah, this music, listening to this music wasn't the problem. People who didn't like it are the problem. That was it. I feel like I'm fucking up the microphone again.
I guess I got to get a new mic. That connection must be fucked up. That's my fault. I'll get it fixed for the next one. But it's not going to help us today. We'll just rock with it.
Okay. I just had to commentate on it, like intrusive thoughts, like... See, make me... I feel better now that I've said something because...
Here, switch mics with me.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'll hold this one. There we go.
You're probably more professional
It's his child.
than me.
Yeah.
It's like his truck. Only he can start it.
Yeah, I do love concerts, live music and stuff. It's weird being like 35 and you'll be like headbanging and you're just like, oh fuck. What happened to my neck? Why can't I do that anymore?
Dude,
I'm tired.
I thought, like, I had that same problem. I grew out my hair, and I was getting out of the shower one day. I had wet hair, and I was in here by myself, and I had the system turned up, and I was rocking out, and I was headbanging. I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And then for 3 days, my neck, I was like, fuck, that fucked my neck up.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's how the old age gets you.
Adam, can you think of a time that, like, really stands out as, like, your biggest... like most embarrassing time on stage or your biggest bomb on stage? Something that just like you think about and it keeps you up at night sometimes, Okay,
my biggest bomb was also a time when I was trying to do a thing that was like a weird oh shit, there's a cat there. Sorry.
Yeah, there is a cat there.
ADD. I was trying to do like a Andy Kaufman like kind of a bit at the end of my set, but the idea was to do well first. And the crowd, there was like maybe 100 people there.
Oh shit. Wow. Okay.
Every comic before me was murdering. Like every guy that you've seen from Memphis was there. Like the best guys that you've seen from Memphis that have come here were there, just murdering. And then I have horrible stage fright every time I'm going to go on stage. I have stage fright, like coming to do this, to talk to you guys. Like I was homeschooled, so like
anxious.
Yeah, anytime I'm going to have social interaction, I like plan out like, oh, what are we going to say in all these conversations? And then people are like, why are you sitting there? But so this, I was sitting there and I was like, oh fuck, all right, here it goes. And I went up there. My first joke bombed. My second joke bombed. And then I just started like talking to the crowd, like kind of manically talking to the crowd. Not really crowd work per se, just like, oh, how'd you get here? Oh, that's cool. And like, just like speed, I'm probably sure I had like spit dried in the side of my mouth. Like I was fucking heavy breathing, I was sweating. And then the bit that I had for the end of my set that was supposed to be good was like running off the stage, like in the middle of a joke, or like in the middle of a punchline. And so I like was like bombing the joke, and then I just like put the microphone in the stand in the middle of talking to people, and then just like ran off the stage. And then
how long between the time you ran off until the host was like, oh shit, I gotta go up there?
Oh, he fell going up the stage because he didn't realize he was like in the audience, because I had like 3 more minutes of time.
And I would have hated you.
Oh yeah.
I'd have been like, this fucking asshole.
Yeah, it was so funny, dude. Looking back at it, it's so funny. Like I ran off the stage, then there was just like this silence, because like nobody knew. They thought I wasn't sure if I was coming back or whatever. And then he looked over and he realized there was nobody on stage, so he kind of like ran to try to get on the stage, and then he fell and like busted his shin on the steps going up the stage, and then everybody laughed at that, and I was like, so it worked.
I'm a genius.
He was like, you're nuts. And then I think I decided I was like, it would be so funny if I just didn't do stand up for like a year. And then
hilarious.
Yeah, it was so funny.
There's a few comics I wish would do that.
And then I didn't do stand up for a while. I like focused on work and stuff, and just like trying to get a job, get my own place, like all that kind of stuff. And then like COVID happened, so then like comedy was dead. So then I really wasn't doing comedy for a while. So it was just like forever since I'd done comedy, and then I started doing it in other places. Like I did it when I went back to Vegas. I started going back up again, and then came back to Memphis, and then started doing it again. And then that guy, first time he sees me, just like makes a beeline. He was like, "Hey, yeah, remember how you fucked up that show?" And I was like, "Yeah, my bad." Anyways, I wrote now. I got good stuff. So yeah, that was probably like the most embarrassing. That was what you said, like the shittiest bomb or whatever. That's probably like the worst one.
The story that sticks out the most, which sounds like that was a perfect story. For
yeah.
That was exactly.
My thing has always been, if I'm bombing, it's my fault.
That's a good outlook.
Yeah.
Like it's always my fault to some extent, because you can always pivot. You can always break your material. You can always do something. This is going to bite me in the ass so hard. You can always try to like pivot or do something to come out of it.
Right.
Like if you even acknowledge that you're bombing, that can sometimes save your bomb.
Yeah.
But if you ever just start
if
you start blaming the audience, like you're in the wrong, I feel like.
Right.
And sometimes, and this is the minority, it's usually 99%. I'm saying 99% it's your fault you bombed.
Oh, okay.
But 1% of the time it is the crowd's fault. But if you blame, even if it is the crowd's fault and you blame the crowd, that's not going to make you better.
Right.
Like you have to find a way to work on that crowd. So blaming them is just, you're getting in your own way.
Yeah. I mean, and there are things that you can like post-game analysis, Monday morning quarterback, and like look at me like, oh yeah, they had tall ceilings and my jokes were echoing, and I wasn't taking that into accountability, and I was like motor mouthing through my jokes. So that sucked. All of my jokes were for the wrong demographic. I was doing, come and fart jokes, and everybody here's, 50.
Getting ready for church.
Yeah. I did that at the wedding reception. Oops, my bad.
Forgot Grandma's allergic to cum and farts.
Yeah.
Grandpa was killed by a fart.
Dude, my favorite is when you do a joke that's like we'll call them cum and fart jokes, that genre of joke, and you see an old lady in the crowd and you're like, oh, she's not gonna like this, and then she busts out laughing, you're like, oh, you're a dirty old bitch. Like,
yeah, that's probably the chick that I fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there tonight.
Remember that. Remember that.
We forget grandmas have had lives too. Like grandmas used to be young.
Yeah, they didn't get kids by accident. Well, some of them did, but not knowing how to fuck was not the accident that they had.
Right.
That's one of my favorite like characters in any like movie, is the like secretly slutty old lady.
Yeah.
Have you fucked any? Have you fucked any slutty old ladies?
No, I've been.
Oh, it's too late now. You're married.
With the same broad. She's getting there.
She'll be old one day.
She'll be there. She may actually be an old woman that's like got some jewel hidden in the house. That if I find it and get her to say her old name while holding the jewel, she'll age again and become like the 80-year-old woman.
In the professional Pokemon world, this is what we call playing to the end game, right? He's training her well to be the very best at anal. This is an anal heavy episode. You guys talk about anal a lot?
We really don't.
We really don't. But thankfully you came on, and now we can add that to our repertoire.
Yeah. This is the anal podcast.
This is the Brown episode.
You been with any old ladies?
No.
Oh, you're locked down. You got a ring on.
Yeah.
A wing. All of a sudden I have soft R's.
I'm engaged now.
Oh, okay.
So my old lady, she's not old yet. We're the same age, but she'll be old one day. I'll fuck an old lady one day. God damn it.
Yeah.
One day it's just like you're gonna know, like when it happens.
Yeah.
You'll just hear like the fucking theme to Sanford and Son after you come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're like, I just fucked an old lady.
Well, Adam, before we get out of here, do you have any shows you'd like to hype up? I know you've been working on Don't Tell. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna break the rule of Don't Tell shows. We do have a Don't Tell show in Little Rock on January 24th.
Yeah, you can say the date, right?
You can say the date. Can't say who's on it.
Can you say the location yet?
No, we don't say. That's the whole point. We don't say the location.
Okay.
But there's a QR code. It's on my Facebook, and I will be posting it to my Instagram, the little highlights section. I'll have one for Jonesboro and for Little Rock. I do them in Jonesboro as well.
Do you mind if I put a link to it on the description of this video?
Go for it.
Maybe you could have like the QR code pop up right here in the video.
Oh yeah, and the first show will be like semi-clean. They did request that. They requested it to be like, you know, no super racist stuff, no graphic sexual stuff. So
well, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not going to be doing any time. I'm just going to be hosting. But it is going to be a lot of fun. I do hope it blows out, and then like we can do, you know, more of them. I have like we have some potential other venues lined up. We have some venues for Jonesboro, so that's one thing. And then I am starting a podcast with my own crazy humor, and it's called the Fire Ass Ganja podcast.
Had to have ass in it.
Fire Ass Ganja, yes. Don't think too hard about the acronym. Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And we're gonna have some fun segments on there. Like it will be like we'll have comics, we'll have weed people on as well if we can get anybody who will do it. Yeah. I say we, it's just me. Nobody cares.
I know a manager of a dispensary that he's a big supporter of our local scene. I'm sure he would love to be on it when you get it up and running.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll do like an audio only episode so it won't ruin his career.
Yeah.
We'll give him a fake name.
Give him that monster voice.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be cool.
Me, I'm here.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, my thing I love about weed.
So it'll be about like it'll be silly like current events and stuff, and I'll probably have like solo episodes, and then I'll have a little segment called Ganja and You. That's another fun little acronym. Yeah. Ganja and You on the Fire Ass Ganja podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've already got me. I'm down.
Yeah,
sweet,
this is going to be great.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
What podcast are you doing? Here's the logo, Mom.
Yeah, actually, I got ChatGPT to create like a crazy logo because like it won't do profanity.
No,
it won't. But and then I told it what my podcast was, and it like made this really sick logo, and it did it with the acronym. Like I like tricked it. I feel like I got one over on ChatGPT. I was like, do the first letter of each of these words big, and then the other words like making a cool picture, and then they're like, "Are you proud?" And I was like, "Good job, ChatGPT." You piece of shit.
Are you proud?
My ChatGPT is a piece of shit.
Oh man, how dare you? They're listening.
I actually canceled my ChatGPT subscription, and now I'm only using Grok. I'm using X's.
Oh, is he dirty?
Yeah, and it's free.
Oh,
and
sick.
You can get it to do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Grok?
Grok. Grok.
I feel like there's a way to trick ChatGPT into being free. Like I gotta feel.
Yeah, but I'm tired of every time I'm trying to talk to
it's hard to say too. Grok is so easy to say.
Yeah, ChatGPT. Every time I'm trying to talk to him, like, look, like I'll be trying to write jokes, and I'm trying to get like a list of certain things, and it'll be like, well, I can't do this because this is insensitive to sex. Like, look, I'm a professional comic. I know the difference. Like, I can be nuanced and pick out stuff. Just give me the fucking information, you fucking stupid ass AI. you want to be like.
And it's like your location is your IP address is, and you're like,
I've generated several pictures of you masturbating to child porn. I'm sending them to your computer.
Those are like the only images of AI created images that like have good hands too. They figured out how to do.
You can really nail child's hands when they're touching.
Oh god, that's fucked up.
Just don't listen to that part of the podcast.
So you got Don't Tell coming up. Anything else in December, January?
I think I'm doing a guest spot at the Music Depot. Is that a place that shows happen?
Yeah, up with Frisco the Kid.
Yeah, in Rogers.
The Frisco Kid.
Yeah,
the Frisco Kid.
I think so.
Call him like Frisco the Kid, like he's a baseball player.
Yeah, I'm like super oxygenated right now from breathing and talking, so I'm like really high. Like I'm literally, my face is numb. Yeah, that sounds right though. Nice. It is this weekend. Then I got a show in Memphis. I don't know if you have listeners from Memphis.
We got listeners from everywhere.
At Medelson Brewing on the 21st. It's a on the spot comedy, so the audience gives us suggestions.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Oh, that sounds tough.
Yeah.
So is that kind of like Jeremiah's show?
Who?
Comedy on the spot. What's his last name? Jeremiah Watkins.
Oh, the dude from Kill Tony.
Yeah, he used to be on Kill Tony. I don't know if he's still on.
Is he not?
Kill Tony, but
oh shit.
Sorry. Yeah, he does
Jeremiah.
Comedy on the spot.
Okay.
Where that's what it is. The comics give him suggestions, and he just improvises a set.
Okay. Yeah, I think this one, the audience, like the doors open at 7, the audience drinks until 8, and then the show starts or something. I think, and then they just have to tell us. I think they write them in a bowl. and then when we're on stage, I think we pull
just yelling them.
Yeah, I think they write them into a bowl, and then I think we pull them out.
We used to do something like that at the joint. Before the open mic would start, we would do like this lightning round where comics could sign up, and they'd have 2 minutes, and they would be a different every like 20 or 30 seconds, a different topic would come up, and they would do jokes on that.
That's fun.
It was really fun. It was really hard, and it usually wasn't funny, but sometimes it was.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes it was.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe one day we'll do that again.
You got anything coming up, Seth? You want to hype up before we get out here?
No, I don't think so. Old Bank on the 25th. The joint
of December.
Of January.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah, it's just me and my family.
It's like nobody's gonna be there.
No one's gonna be there. No, the 25th of January, and then I think the 23rd, I'm gonna be doing the Crack the Vault show in Fort Smith, or in Van Buren. That's in January as well. But then we've got this show, January 2nd, the first Thursday at the Joint. Get your tickets as soon as you can.
Hell yeah.
And that's it.
Well, thank you so much, Adam.
Thank
Appreciate
you
the hell out of you. Love you, gentlemen.
Love you guys.
Peace.